Hello students, here are some of the very short answer questions asked for 2 marks from the lesson thermodynamics. Usually these are the very short answer questions. They will be asked from thermodynamics lesson. Define system. Give an example. So now we'll define the system. A small part of the universe chosen for thermodynamic study is called system. For example, reaction taking place in a beaker. That is the system. Next question. What are extensive and intensive properties? Give examples. Now we'll define extensive properties. Properties of a system which depend on the total amount of the material present in the system are called extensive properties. For example, enthalpy, entropy, heat capacity, etc. These are the extensive properties. Next, intensive properties. Properties of a system which are independent of the amount of the material present in the system are called intensive properties. So here, these are the independent of the amount of the material. These examples are density, viscosity, specific heat, etc. So this is about extensive and intensive properties. Next question. Define the following terms. Entropy. Entropy is a measure of randomness or disorderedness in a system. Is called as entropy. Next, heat capacity. The amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of a substance through 1 degree is called as heat capacity. Next, absolute entropy. The entropy per mole amount of substance or ion in its standard state at 273 Kelvin and 1 atmosphere pressure is called as absolute entropy. Next question. Give the equation that gives the relationship between delta U, that is internal energy, and delta H, that is change in enthalpy. Change in internal energy and change in enthalpy. We have to give the relationship. So here is the relationship. The equation that gives the relationship between change in enthalpy and change in internal energy is delta H, that is change in enthalpy is equal to delta U, change in internal energy, plus delta nRT. So this is the equation. So delta N is the number of moles of the product minus number of moles in the reactants. R is the universal gas constant, T is the temperature. Next question. State the third law of thermodynamics. The entropy of a pure and perfectly crystalline substance is 0 at the absolute zero of temperature. Here absolute zero of temperature is minus 273 degrees Celsius. Next question. Write relation between Cp and Cv of an ideal gas. Cp minus Cv is equal to R. Here Cp is heat capacity at constant pressure. Cv is heat capacity at constant volume. R is the universal gas constant. Next question. What is isolated system? Give an example. A system which can't exchange energy or matter with the surroundings is called an isolated system. So ice in thermos flask. It will be in the thermos flask. It cannot exchange the energy with the surroundings. Hence, ice in the thermos flask is the example for an isolated system. Next question. What is entropy? Explain with example. So, entropy is a measure of disorderedness of molecules or randomness of a system. It is a state function. Generally, it is more in gases compared to liquids than in solids. So for an isolated system, delta S, that is total, is equal to delta S system plus with the surroundings. Change in entropy of the system plus the change in entropy with the surroundings. Next question. What are exothermic and endothermic reactions? Exothermic reactions means the chemical reactions which takes place with the liberation of heat are called exothermic reactions. Here the delta H is negative. Change in enthalpy is negative. Endothermic reactions, the chemical reactions which take place with the absorption of heat are called endothermic reactions. Here change in enthalpy is positive. That is positive. Next, explain Gibbs energy. Gibbs energy is a thermodynamic quantity of a system. Gibbs energy is amount of energy available from system which can be put to useful work at constant temperature and pressure. It gives us an idea of spontaneity of reaction. So here is the equation. Gibbs energy is equal to change in enthalpy minus T delta S. So this is the equation. Here we can know if the delta G is negative, it is for spontaneous reactions. Delta G positive for non-spontaneous reactions, and delta G is 0 for equilibrium reactions.